Hey guys, welcome back to another episode here on our Let's Play world. So, as you can see, we're here at our Skelly Grinder. We've made a few changes since the last episode. We've got our storage started to be put in. We've been slowly getting bone blocks over time from killing the skeletons as well. We made our diamond gear, as you can see here. And we've been trying to get some good enchants on it. So far I've got protection on my boots and chest plate. And pickaxe is upgraded a little bit. Unfortunately, we don't have Fortune or Silk Touch, but we did find a mending book at a desert temple that I came across in the first episode, I believe it was, when we went exploring to find ourselves the Dark Oak. I had a bit of time, so I went back and we got lucky and found that. As well, we've got a couple decent enchants on our sword, which has certainly helped with getting the bone blocks and trying to get this place sorted. So along with having this set up and getting ourselves levels and collecting our bones and that stuff, as you can see here, I've been doing my best to put a little bit of stuff away. We've been collecting some spruce, and that's for our big project today. Along with the work that we've done on our skeleton grinder, which I didn't really want to base this episode around, we built our nice little stairway in. As I said, we've been growing some spruce logs over here. Today we're going to get onward with building out the windmill we talked about in the last episode. So for the windmill, I've decided to go with spruce and a little bit of a stone look and a bit of mossy stone. And we're going to try and make it feel kind of old and run down, so that it's not really functional at the moment, but still kind of there as a feature of the land, and now its use is being converted. It's still being used for a little bit of storage of previous crops, but now it's used for the enchanting setup, because old things tend to have some kind of magical whim to them, we'll say. So yeah, that's the plan for today's episode, which means we still have a bit of grindy work ahead of us. I have to go and collect some sheep near our house, build a pen for them, and start collecting some gray wool, as I plan on using that for part of the build as well. So yeah, I have to do some more collection of resources, and then we'll get ourselves the sheep and get to the build. Well, that's a first for this world. Okay, flint and steel time, I guess. So, future Mini here. While I was trying to get the work on the skeleton grinder done, I came down from cutting some spruce trees to this. And initially, great approach. We got the captain lit on fire so we don't get ourselves basically cursed, because we would like to be able to go near villages without having to drink milk, just in case. Although I had no plans to at that moment, so it would have been fine. But I realized quickly that my shield is going down. They're getting a lot of good hits in, and my health is not making it. I don't have time to eat, because that means my shield will go back down. But at this point, I'm kind of freaking out. And I'm like, well, maybe I can get them to shoot each other until two of them are dead, and make a run for it. So right here, this is what I start to do, and I'm hoping and praying that they don't chase me down into the skeleton farm, and I took a bit too big of a jump there and nearly died. And once again, you probably noticed when I put my flint and steel in my inventory that my armor is in my inventory. Once again, right there, you could clearly see it, and I did not in the moment. Just too focused, and I am a dum-dum. So right here, I literally say, let's be smart about this, as I take a bow and go back up to try and finish them off, while I still didn't put my armor back on. Dum-dum. That's what I was here. A dum-dum. But we did manage to get back out. We got them. And we lived, surprisingly, because, I mean, another second and we were toast. Well, guys, as you saw in the time lapse, it's done. I went around and added in some vines to give it kind of that overgrown feel, as well as some leaves. And I think it turned out really awesome. So we do still have to finish a little bit of terraforming here to kind of even it out. We'll put in some fields and stuff, and I'll just leave in a second. As well, a bit of terraforming around the back. I want to kind of look like the dirt has been pulled away from this thing, that we kind of discovered it and have been uncovering it more than that we just built it here. As well, we will have to come around and still do the interior because I still have dirt hanging from the ceiling. And we do plan on putting an enchanting setup and, like I said, making it look like there's still some of the old stuff from the farm still inside of here. So yeah, all in all, I think the build turned out really great. And yeah, super happy with it. I definitely think it adds more to like the rustic feel that we're going for, and it gives reason why we might have set up our area here, especially if we came across yeah, some old farms and that kind of stuff. So yeah, I'm thinking we put a bit of like wheat field or potato and carrot and that kind of thing around here, but not just a full wheat field. We'll mix in some like coarse dirt and gravel and that kind of thing, so it gives a feel like it's old and not being used anymore. But yeah, all in all, super happy with this. And yeah, I'll get back to you guys when I've got the interior finished. I've decided I'll start work on the barn here while I wait for the cows to grow so we can breed them again and get more leather. We almost have the interior finished, and then I'll take you over to have a look more at the windmill. But how nice does that look from here, guys? The one thing I can say I'm not fully happy with is I need string to limit the vine growth. Having some vines is nice. Too many vines kind of really takes away from the look. But in the meantime, yeah, I figured we'll start work on the barn. I kind of like the idea of having the redstone exposed after seeing these couple pillars. But yeah, let's work on the roof together. So I do have some deep slate walls and stairs, and I think we'll try and keep like a bit of a steep angle here. So we probably will build this up by another block or two first, and a bit of a steep angle, and then more square to a bit of a peak, maybe one flat line down the peak, and then mirror it on the other side. So steeper, a bit more of an angle, and then straight down across before we get back to there. I think that's too steep, but I'll keep going a little bit for now, and just to see what it looks like. Well, stepping back again, after starting to put another row on, I don't actually mind that. So maybe we do, how many blocks do we have here to the center? There's 2 there, 2, and then those 2. So if we do this one up and then transition to stairs, we could do the next 3 blocks over in stairs, and that'll put us to there, and then a rundown with maybe slabs or blocks depending on the height. But I think that'll work nicely. Now that I like. Once we get our flat block put down across the side and that run there finished, and then the same thing mirrored, I think that's gonna look absolutely phenomenal. As well, we'll obviously have to fill in the rest with acacia up. Probably build like a hay loft up top. But yeah, I really like that. Problem is now I have to go get more deep slate because I ran out in a hurry. Well guys, we are almost finished the barn. After getting the roof on, I definitely think we need to put the sides in and maybe try and come up with a way to build like a door right up close. It still looks okay, but not fantastic. From this angle, I really like it. But the further we get away, like over where we were growing the acacia trees, the better and better that build looks. And honestly, I'm quite happy with it. Knowing what I was going for, which was the red barns that you see in a lot of, especially like prairie areas, farm areas, I think it turned out really well. So yeah, I think we put the sides in with the acacia as well, or achacha, however you want to say it. And yeah, I think we fill in the little gaps in the front with it and place some iron doors there to make it look like we have the sliding doors and see how it looks. Well guys, I think we can pretty well call the barn complete. I'm actually really happy with it. I mean, these iron doors don't go anywhere. They're just for looks. But yeah, so we can come up the stairs here. We got a nice little balcony out over. And in here, I'm thinking we'll give ourselves more storage space. We don't have that much in the house. And so it'll be really nice to be able to get ourselves a little bit more organized. Kind of use this as a storage shed until we get our future storage plans worked out and eventual large / mega base. So I figured now was as good a time as any to take you over and give you a give you a tour of the windmill. I don't have the terraform fully completed yet. I did bring the dirt to do that. But yeah, so we come in. As you can see, the vines have clearly overrun it. And a few of these need to be limited. Some of it, like hanging down a bit further off of there, isn't kind of a nice look. But it's just too many vines now. It's covering up the main part of the build, and that's not what we're looking for. Much the same in here, apparently. We'll just break a few of these real quick. So yeah. So we will have our enchanter here. We've got some storage space, and here's what I was saying about like having some wheat and stuff. One thing we are going to do as well is waterlog a few of these stairs to give it like kind of a leaky feel, like the roof has been leaking over time, and so there's just pools of water in here as well, which I know doesn't really go well for the whole book thing, because books and water generally don't mix, but that's what we have done. We also have a few looms mixed in to give the look of an empty bookshelf, because I've always liked that. As you can see, yeah, we need 4 more bookshelves, I think it is, to make the full set. Let's see, that's 5. No, we only need 3 more. So maybe I could make 1 more loom and throw in, say, like, right there or something. Or we just leave a spot there blank and maybe throw another lantern on that right there. But yeah, we can pretty well call this build complete as well. And once again, super, super happy with it. I think it turned out amazing. And I mean, limiting the vines yet to come, I'm super happy with it. I have to thank my wife, who goes by Callie Builds here on YouTube, for helping me come in and do a bit of the extra texturing. I already had the shape, but she stepped in and gave me other ideas for like changing up a bit of wood, changing 1 or 2 aspects, mixing in a bit of moss, that kind of thing. And yeah, I'm really, really happy with how it turned out, and it wouldn't have looked quite so pretty without her help. I know we didn't get into much of a technical side of things, or even really progress ourselves with a lot of gear, or that kind of thing this episode, but I do want to build things in the area and make it prettier and just give certain areas a different feel to it. Like, this is our starter area, so yeah, having things be more simpler and rustic and that kind of thing, I really like. I think when we go to do our large/mega base, we'll probably pick a different biome, and realistically 1.18 is probably going to be dropping in a couple weeks. And so we'll probably wait until 1.18 and then explore some of the new terrain and probably build our large base in the new terrain, either with a nice mountain area or possibly even a cave base. I haven't really decided. I'm kind of waiting to see exactly what terrain we have in our area and what scenic places that we have. So yeah, all in all, guys, I think this has been a super productive episode. And yeah, let me know in the comments what you guys think of it all. Maybe give me some accent ideas for our barn. So next episode, I think we're going to head back to the Nether. Now that we know what to expect, I think we put a push on to try and find ourselves a fortress. Try and get ourselves some blaze rods, some nether wart, and that way we can make a few potions, get George over there healed up, and maybe make a few trades, and gear ourselves towards heading to the end. I kind of would like to do that before a lot of the big caves. I think the end is going to be a lot easier to find without it. I could be completely wrong in that. And if we don't get there before 1.18, it's okay. And we'll go there after. I just kind of want to enjoy the flow in the world and not really rush things too far. So yeah, once again, let me know what you guys think in the comments. And as always, I look forward to hearing your responses and seeing your feedback so that we can build this world together. So please like this video if you did, subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you guys in the next episode.